Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 5 of What If Naruto Got Special Training as a Child. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, stay in tune for the rest of what if's coming your way over in Anime King and Anime King 3. If you're new, yes, you did hear that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day. Yes, you heard that correctly. Every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking about to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we leap right into this new episode? Start the intro. So the last spot we left off, Kakashi and his group found 2 other bases. As they proceed to destroy it, Kakashi found the journal of Zabuza as he read through it. As he read about the history and everything since Zabuza came to the land of Wave, well, since he left from the land of Mist, when he tried to assassinate the Mizukage but he failed, and he had to flee for his life. However, something really shocked Kakashi when he read about the Uzumaki scroll. He had not found a scroll or seen a scroll that meant. His mind started to race to the possibility that Naruto was one that took the scroll. However, Naruto did not tell him anything. So that meant he was keeping the scroll away from him. And why would he do that now? Meanwhile at the village, Naruto was training. As he got the first basics of the jutsus down, now he just had to combine them to bring out his bloodline. Which didn't seem so hard. Well, how wrong he was, because it was hard as hell. As for Sasuke, she was increasing her training, as she learned how to mix her fire along with her fighting style, giving her other deadly fighting style. As for the 2 weeks, she did training non-stop to get stronger and stronger. As for Sakura, she was making her way. She was called by Ino, as Ino seemed to be curious about Naruto. However, that angered Sakura. Seeing that everyone she liked, Ino seemed to like as well, so she couldn't let her know that she liked Naruto. So she kept her mouth shut about the whole ordeal, not really telling Ino a single thing. As Ino wanted to know more about Naruto, however, she kept it to herself, not really telling her much. As she knew that she had to go and find Naruto though. For the past week and a half she had not seen him, not even once. So she made her way out. Meanwhile, Naruto was returning when he was suddenly attacked by 3 kids. 3 kids from the academy that failed. As Naruto was confused, this attack made no sense. However, it pissed him off as he knocked them around rather badly. It was then that Anko arrived and told the people to scatter away from here. Despite him being the one attacked, he was the one being blamed. However, Anko came in and shushed them all off. As Naruto thanked her before he made his way. Still confused about the whole attack, which didn't really make any sense. The fox drive the point in his head, telling him that the people always see him as something out of this place, something that did not belong, and Naruto was starting to think maybe he was right. Kakashi finally arrived as they were supposed to meet up for a training meeting. As Hiruzen had spoken to Kakashi and Yamato, he had Yamato put on survey duty while Kakashi was training the group so that they could keep an eye on Naruto if he did have the scroll. They wanted to know what did he know, because Hiruzen was keeping something rather big away from Naruto about the Uzumaki clan. And it would be rather detrimental if Naruto find out, so he decided to keep that secret to himself. Kakashi came back, however, before he arrived there, Sakura showed up as she saw Sasuke there. Sasuke went to speak to Naruto first, as Naruto did not know what come over him as she was being so nice when he leaned in and kissed her. However, she pushed back. Her instincts just kicked in at that moment. It was a mistake, she never meant to say it like that. However, she saw that she messed up the opportunity. What the hell was wrong with her? She was always doing this. Sakura then arrived as she finally come to terms with her feelings. As Naruto has always liked her, so she decided to make it official by kissing him. Sasuke was pissed as she left, in a fury. Naruto also needed time to think about this as that confused Sakura, seeing that he was always the one asking her out. Kakashi arrived to see that Sakura was the only one there. As he asked her where the others were, she told him that they left. So they split up to go and find him. When Naruto arrived to his apartment, the fox told him that he was being watched, as they figured that the person was watching him for the stroll. So Naruto figured that he would hide it in the forest of death tonight, as he would have to play a trick on this person, whoever was watching him. Sakura had made her way to find Sasuke, however. She was pissed off as she told Sakura if it wasn't for June exams, she would have killed her. Now that was rather serious, as she should watch herself. As she decided to back away from her and left that place immediately, before the girl followed through with her threat. Kakashi had went to find Naruto, as he spoke to him, trying to see if he can get any information about the scroll. However, Naruto gave away no such thing. But Naruto knew that Kakashi knew that he was being watched as well. The person, whoever it was, they were watching his apartment, and once he moved away with Kakashi, they made their way in there to search the place. So they were definitely after the scroll. But Naruto wondered why they were coming after him so much. Something was definitely wrong. So yeah guys, basically let's play left off. You guys can switch across the place of yourself, and also guys, remember to stay in tune for the rest of the what is coming your way. I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So without further ado, what is we begin this new episode? Begin now guys. The group arrived to the training ground. Upon arriving, Sakura seemed a bit roughed up, as Kakashi noticed the pissed off look that was on Sasuke's face. As Naruto also noticed that as well. Damn it. He shouldn't have kissed her. And now she hated him, as he glanced towards Sakura, as he saw the several bruises. What the hell happened to her? Noticing the odd look that she got from Naruto, she turned to smile towards him. What's wrong, Naruto-kun, she said. I'll ask her about it later, I guess, he thought to himself. Nothing, he said. Kakashi coughed to catch her attention. As you three probably know by now, I'm back from my mission, and it was a success. There's something important I want to tell you three today. As you know, the Chunin exams are in 2 weeks, but there are certain requirements that you must be aware of if you intend to sign up. What type of requirements, Sakura asked. You three must be able to work as a team to succeed in this exam. From what I've heard lately, all three of you have been avoiding each other. Before I continue, I would like to know why, as he looked at Sakura first. As she thought about it for a moment, well, Naruto and Sasuke like train alone, and I haven't seen either of them until this morning. Kakashi nodded as he turned his head towards Sasuke. Where have you been training for the past 2 weeks, Sasuke? Her face was blank, showing no emotion. The Uchiha compound facility. I've remained in there for the past 2 weeks training. You never once tried to find your teammate to train together. She shook her head. I saw no point. Sakura would hold me back, and Naruto preferred to train alone anyway. As a Jonin frowned under his mask, he turned towards Naruto. But Naruto knew exactly what he was trying to do. That meant that Naruto was undetected for the past 2 weeks. Not to mention Hiruzen could not spy on him with his crystal ball. Oh, I was all over the place. I mostly trained here at night, and at the mountain edge as well. He knew that the Anvus had spotted him near the Hokage's head a few weeks ago, so they could not deny his claim. But Kakashi kept on staring at him. He knows that you're lying. Tell him something more convincing, the fox said. Well, and there was this other place I went. Kakashi perked up hearing that. And where is this place, Naruto? He asked. Asuma-sensei's secret grove. He gave me the password to train there a few months ago. I went there to practice as well. His statement was not entirely false. Asuma really did give him the password to enter the place, and the place was almost always deserted, as Kakashi seemed to believe him. Alright, well anyways, the reason I asked you through all of this is because I noticed a lack of team spirit. It seems that the three of you don't like each other very well. You work well together, but you don't necessarily get along. Kakashi looked between them as he said that. Mostly Sakura and Sasuke. Just get to the point, Sasuke said. Well, I won't let you three enter the Chunin exams unless you drastically improve your teamwork. I don't want Team 7 to be known as a renegade team. The fact that Naruto and Sasuke are the lone wolf made this rather difficult. But I want the three of you to spend the next week training here. Once it is over, I will evaluate if the three of you are ready to enter Chunin exams. Naruto and Sasuke both look annoyed at the notion of team training. Damn it, I can't train my new jutsus or my bloodline with them watching me. All I can really do is work on my water and wind jutsus, but I'm already really good with them. As Sasuke and Mizuno's on the same track, I don't want to risk unveiling my trump cards and risk Naruto countering them. I will surpass him, but I won't be able to if he sees my new abilities. Sakura, on the other hand, was the only person happy with Kakashi's new idea. That's great. I would love to train with you, Naruto, she said. Kakashi was not surprised. He expected that the other two would be against it. However, Sakura would be full force for it. Alright, once I've seen improvement in your teamwork, I will tell you the rest of your requirements. Now you three spend the rest of the day training here. I have business to attend to. I may or may not check on your progress, he said, as he flickered away. He's gonna talk to the guy snooping in my apartment, I bet. Naruto thought to himself as he saw Kakashi leave. After he left, there was an awkward silence, as Sasuke refused to look at him, as she was going through some fighting styles over to the side. He wanted to apologize for what he did, however. An arm wrapped around his. Hey Naruto-kun, let's go train together. Oh, okay, he said. First off, Sakura, why don't you tell me what you average to do in a normal day of training? Sasuke laughed at the image of Sakura training all day as she shook her head. Well, normally I do a bunch of cardio and then I practice, throwing kunas and shurikens. I normally end the day with clone training, Sakura said. Wow, that's the kind of training you were doing 5 or 6 years ago, the fox said. As Naruto thought for a moment, well, Sakura, do you practice ninjutsu or taijutsu at all, he said. She shook her head with a nervous grin. Well, not really, she said. I mean, I know the basic stuff they taught us at the academy, but I don't really have any special training or anything like that. How's about the two of us have a friendly spar? I won't use any jutsu or weapon, only taijutsu, he said. Okay, she said. Sasuke was drawn from her taijutsu stances as she turned towards the two of them in a fighting stance. She almost laughed at the stance that Sakura was in. Her combat stance was basic and a bit sloppy, but the worst thing was the lack of mental discipline that she had as she shifted back in front on her feet. Naruto, on the other hand, had a flawless combat stance. This was not very surprising, seeing that how he was trained in the Toad style and the Sarutobi Taijutsu style by Asuma and Jiraiya. He took notice of Sasuke looking at him, and for the first time since their kiss, they made eye contact. There was a rather sad look on his face. She felt her insides turn at that. She didn't like to see when he was sad, however she fortified her walls as she turned her gaze. She just wouldn't look at him. You ready, Naruto? Sakura asked. Yeah, whenever you are, he said. Alright, here I come, she said. As she rushed towards him and tried to punch him, however, he ducked underneath it. Whoa, that was fast, she said. Come at me, Sakura, don't hold back. I want you to try and land a hit on me, he said. Following his command, she went through a series of punches and kicks right towards him. However, he dodged most of them, and he blocked the rest. It went like that for a few minutes until she was panting. And yet he was not even out of breath. He stood there as calm as ever. How are you so fast, she said between her heavy breaths. Evasion and dexterity are two of the first few things you must master if you want to become skilled in taijutsu. I wanted you to see how this style of combat can exhaust your opponent rather quickly. It's a lot more defensive than offensive, but it's a lot more effective in a long-term fight or against enemies with long amount of stamina, said Naruto. Seriously, you're so full of surprises. Can you help me out then, she said. You're hopeless, bitch. That was the same thought on both Sasuke and Kyuubi's mind at the same time. As Naruto, on the other hand, sighed. I suppose I'm gonna have to train her in taijutsu now. Alright, if you're serious about learning taijutsu from me, then I guess you should also start something called resistance training, he said. What's that, she asked, as Naruto pulled his pant leg up to show the weights on his legs. Wearing weights on your legs can make you much faster, and they will make you stronger as well. Since you're just starting out, I wouldn't try to exert yourself with anything big. But if you practice basic taijutsu training with resistance training, you're bound to increase your speed and endurance, and strength as well. Isn't weight training dangerous, she asks. It can be, but To be the best, you have to take risks. As the both of them turned their gaze towards Sasuke, who showed that she was wearing weights as well. As Naruto looked interested, I didn't know that you use resistant training as well, Sasuke, he said. Don't try to get all friendly with me, Uzumaki. We have to get along for the proceedings of the Chunin exams. I have no desire to spend any unnecessary amount of time on either one of you. The blonde inwardly sighed her attitude. He didn't know what her deal was. Every time the both of them got close, she instantly brought up a wall between them, although he was slightly curious about her reaction to Sasuke kissing him. A part of him wanted to believe that she was jealous. That meant that she actually liked him. Sadly though, he was unable to figure the Uchiha out because of her mood swings, switching back and front. He didn't know when it happened, but he recently developed a attraction towards her that he just could not deny anymore. He kissed her impulsively because he thought that she liked him back as well. Unfortunately, that didn't seem like it was the case after all. She became rather defensive and rather angry as well. But if she did like him, that would make him a complete jerk for accepting Sakura as his girlfriend. Either way, he made a big mistake. If he was going to be with her, that meant he would have to hurt Sakura by leaving her. He didn't want to admit it, but the two kisses were different, and he actually felt more from the one with Sasuke. However, due to Sasuke's cold indifference towards him, he was assuming the worst. I guess she just doesn't like me. I shouldn't have done what I did, he thought to himself. Hello, Earth and Naruto. Are you there, she said. Oh yes, what is it, he said, snapping back into focus. You were gonna train with me. Oh yeah, he said. The first day, they pushed aside their animosity, as Naruto and Sasuke didn't really talk. He got his old leg weights and gave them to Sakura. It wasn't a lot. However, she got exhausted faster than before. Sasuke did not interact with either of them, but she remained nearby, so Kakashi would not complain about them training with one another. After the sun started to set, they started to disperse, as Sasuke left without a word. Sakura sneaked her arms around Naruto before he tried to leave. Naruto-kun, you mind walking me home, she said. No. No, 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 no. Tell her no, the fox said. I suppose so, said Naruto, as he just didn't want to be a jerk, especially after what he did to Sasuke. He already created the awkwardness between them, and he didn't want one between him and Sakura either. This is just stupid, the fox said, as he did not agree with anything that Naruto was doing regarding this girl at all. You want to stop somewhere and get something for dinner, she asked, as they made their way in the village. Sure, he said. I'm pretty hungry. Just when I thought the situation couldn't get any worse, the fox said in a growl. Meanwhile, that was going on. Kakashi and Yamato both sat on the roof, a distance away. Did you find the scroll in his apartment? Kakashi asked. No, there is nothing of value in that place. If he indeed steals that scroll, he either has it with him at all times, or he hid it away somewhere. Kakashi released a sigh. That's not good. If he has it with him, it will be a lot harder to acquire it. And if he has it hidden, Yamato said, that means he's on to us. However, I did notice something unusual when he headed to his apartment this morning. He reached around to his pack when he saw his balcony door open a bit. I'm really certain that he has that scroll with him. Yeah, there's something really strange going on with him. Since I returned, I noticed that he's been a bit more paranoid. Today I asked him where he has been the past 2 weeks and he told me Asuma, special training ground. If he's in there, that would explain the Hokage crystal ball being unable to locate him. That place is fortified. Kakashi nodded. Yes, it's likely his whereabouts. However, if he wasn't there hiding, why would he tell me the truth? Well, this is a mystery, Kakashi-senpai. I honestly have no clue what to believe. Kakashi got to his feet, content to watch him. Try not to be too obvious, he said. The way he's acting, if he catch on to you, we will never find that scroll. I'll continue to observe him, and also, I recommend you don't ask him any more unusual questions. His secret training grounds aren't of any concern. Our main priority is to locate the scroll and dispose of it. I'll leave it to you then. Come and find me at my house if you discover anything worth reporting. As the man nodded and disappeared, leaving the Jonin on the roof. As Kakashi jumped down, only to land right in front of Sasuke, who leaned against the wall. The man was shocked that she was undetectable this entire time while he was talking. What's this I hear about disposing of a scroll, Kakashi-sensei, she said. Sasuke, how long have you been here? Not long. I didn't hear much from your conversation with that Anbu guy. All I heard was destroying a scroll. I guess that was part of your mission. Kakashi was relieved as he quickly spun something together. Yes. We believe there's a spy in the Hidden Leaf with a valuable scroll. This spy has been seen stalking Naruto. She waved it off though. Yeah, I don't care, she said. Back to the reason why I'm here. I want you to train me in using lightning. He was surprised at that. What makes you so sure that you have an affinity for lightning? She went through hand signs, the hand signs for Chidori. Kakashi watched as lightning erupted on her hand before it dissipated. I have been unable to maintain it. I want you to teach me how to do it, preferably in secret. I want an ace for the Chunin exam, she said. Kakashi chuckled. Well, you already have 2 elemental affinities at your age. You and Naruto have a lot more in common. I suppose I can teach you about lightning, but I want you to do something in return. And what will that be? I want you to please be respectful of your teammates. You 3 can easily get disqualified if Sakura gives up on the test. I want you to focus on teamwork. She raised an eyebrow. So that is why you were so concerned about her teamwork today. Yes, I know that you might not like her, but please try to get along with her for the sake of the exam. I don't want some bad blood between you 3 to disqualify the best genin team within Konoha. Fine, I'll lay off and be a team player then, she said. Okay, good. Well, if you intend on training in secret, you'll have to do it at night. I'm used to it. Well, so much for sleep, said Kakashi, as they set off the Team 7 training ground. Meanwhile, with Naruto and Sakura, she wasn't used to leg weights, so she kept on complaining about them, as they just had some ramen for dinner. I'm so sore. I might not be able to make it up to the entrance, she said. Well, good work training today, Sakura, he said. I'm heading home now. However, she grabbed him and kissed him on the lips. They broke apart as Naruto made his way, as she waved goodbye. As he jumped from rooftop to rooftop, he didn't know why, but he didn't feel anything from that kiss. It was nothing like what he used to dream of when he was in the academy. He sighed as he pushed that thought out of his mind. He had more important things to worry about at the moment. He had to hide the real scroll in the forest of death. As he expected, he barely sensed the presence of someone following him. Good. That man is following you again. Do you know where you're gonna plant the fake scroll? Yeah. I managed to snag a weapon scroll earlier when I got those weights for Sakura. I'm going to drop that scroll off near Asama-sensei training grounds and let this guy scout it out. By the time he figures it's a fake, I'll be in the forest of death slipping the scroll away. Good, the fox said, as Naruto headed out to do his task. Yamato was a distance behind Naruto, but close enough to stay in range and keep up. As the blonde approached, he looked around, cautiously. As he was playing a wonderful act, he reached down and hid the scroll away. He then moved off, as he was relieved to see that Yamato went after the scroll, instead of him. Once he was a good distance away, he channeled as much chalk in his leg as possible before he shoot off in blinding speeds. Meanwhile, Yamato landed by the tree, as he looked under the leaf and he spotted the scroll. He didn't waste much time as he picked it up and opened it rather quickly. About half a minute passed, before his eyes snapped. A fake. He's onto me. It was just a diversion. Meanwhile, Naruto slept in the forest, as he hid the scroll in the barrier left up by the Kyuubi. These things don't last forever. You better hide it well before it falls, the Kyuubi said. As Naruto did just that as he concealed it in one of the large trees, and he marked the area, as he took his apartment from a different location so no one would know that he was at the forest of death. As he reached his balcony, he saw the Anbu man leaning against the glass waiting for him. Can I help you? Said Naruto. There's no point in trying to call him out, Yamato thought to himself. He's obviously already hidden the real scroll. I was just looking for you, Naruto Uzumaki. I tried to speak to you earlier, but you seem to be in a hurry. This is the guy that has been stalking you for the past 24 hours. He's obviously given up on stealth, but he's still faking ignorance. This is interesting, Naruto thought. Why were you looking for me, Naruto asked. He sat on the balcony railing. The Hokage was worried about you, saying that you've been missing for the past 2 weeks. I was simply sent by the Hokage to see if everything is okay. So who are you? Said Naruto. Surprisingly though, the man took his mask off. You can call me Yamato, he said. Nice to meet you, Yamato. I'm sure you already know this. But I'm Naruto Uzumaki. As he extended his hand out towards the man, the both of them shook hands. Nice to meet you in person finally. I've heard a lot about you. What kind of things you've heard, said Naruto. Well, a wide range of good and bad things. Most of the bad come from the civilians. The Hokage and your saints, on the other hand, speak rather highly of you. Yamato said, something is not right about this. Why would he just give up and start to tell me who he is? Naruto wondered to himself. I am slightly curious about that myself. Keep a close eye on him, the fox said. Well, tell the old man Hokage I'm okay. I've just been all over the place for the past 2 weeks. Yamato nodded. The Hokage requested I keep eye on you. I will respect your privacy, Naruto Uzumaki, but don't be surprised if I show up unannounced, time after time. Okay, take care, Yamato-san, he said. Naruto took a breath as he released. I can't train with everyone breathing on my neck. You can still train, but it will be dangerous and time-consuming to slip in and out of the forest. I suggest you go back tomorrow after training that pink bitch. I will tell you if anyone is stalking you. Alright, said Naruto. Meanwhile, with the other two, as they were training, I have a question if you don't mind me asking. And what would that be? Why are you pushing yourself so hard to learn lightning in secret away from your teammates? Are you trying to one-up Naruto or something, Kakashi asks. Because if you are, lightning is not the way to go. Naruto is an expert in wind, according to Asuma, and lightning is weak against wind. While Naruto is also proficient at water, which put that at a great disadvantage when it's up against lightning, she said. I suppose that is true, although it doesn't really answer my question. Why are you trying to learn this in secret? Why not? Naruto got to learn a ton of things in secret from a goddamn Sannin, she said, as her tone was raising, rather angrily. Why would that matter to you? You and Naruto are different people, and can't really be compared to in that way. It's nothing to concern yourself with, Sensei. It's just a team rivalry. Kakashi shook his head as he sighed. I know that you have a crush on Naruto, he said. Her gaze snapped towards him instantly. What? Don't even try to bother deny it. I see the way you two interact with one another. Your mood swings whenever Sakura arrives in the morning. And especially the unusual motivation you have to prove yourself to become stronger when Naruto arrives from the Wave Country. So you do watch us in the mornings. I always have suspicions about your true whereabouts, she said. Yes, I was curious to see how your teamwork will develop if you three were forced to spend a lot of time together in the morning. I'm a bit surprised it turned into a love triangle though. As she was at a loss of words, she could not deny Kakashi's logic, especially after he saw. Listen, Sasuke, you don't have to do all of this to get him to like you. I'm pretty sure he already does, judging by his actions this morning. I'm not doing this for him, she shouted angrily. Then who are you doing this for? I'm doing this for my clan, she said, as she punched a nearby tree, splintering it in half. Kakashi sighed. Listen, Sasuke, revenge is not the answer. It never solved any of my problems, and it won't solve yours. Just think about that, okay? As she shrugged, fine. Let's just get back to training. Very well, he said. Time skip. After spending majority of the night training with Sasuke, Kakashi was fairly tired until... Kakashi-senpai, I have some bad news. He sighed at that. That was just what he needed, some bad news. As he sighed in annoyance. As he motioned for the man to come inside and sit down. What's wrong, Yamato? Did something happen with Naruto? He threw the fake scroll towards him as Kakashi caught it. A fake? How did you acquire this? I was trailing him. He dropped it off in front of Asuma's grove, and then he took off. By the time I realized it was a fake, he was long gone. It was clearly a diversion. He probably took the opportunity to hide the real scroll, said Yamato. I guess this confirms it then. Naruto does have a scroll, but still the Hokage will want more proof. What happened next? I waited for him at his apartment. He got there later down in the night, and I told him the Hokage was worried about his disappearance. I guess I blew my cover, however it didn't matter anymore. He was already on to me when he planted that fake scroll. He knows a lot more than he's letting on. You did the right thing not to mention this whole thing prove our suspicions anyway. I'll explain this to the Hokage. I doubt you'll have to follow him around anymore. He may have found the scroll, but he doesn't seem to know anything about his clan. Maybe we should let the Hokage talk to him about this before he started to distrust everyone in the village. As Kakashi thought about it. Time skip. Care to explain in detail? Said Hiruzen as he looked towards Kakashi and Yamato. As Yamato went on to explain everything that happened that night. As Hiruzen was thinking it over, if I may be so bold to say this, Hokage-sama, I think it's best if we leave Naruto alone to himself. He obviously have the scroll, but he doesn't know anything about his clan. Not to mention our constant stalking is making him paranoid. That will only make him trust us less, Yamato said. So you want me to give him a false story about his clan then, and play this off as normal, Hiruzen said. Both men looked toward each other before they nodded. Alright, then I guess your work is done, Yamato. I have a request, Hokage-sama, said Yamato. What kind of request? I want to train Naruto in the Mokitan Jutsus. He's a descendant of Hashirama, and I believe he deserves to learn how to do it. As both men were surprised, what makes you believe that Naruto can even do it? Hashirama was the only one in his line to learn Mokidan. Not to mention, why do you want to train him all of a sudden? Here's an axe. He impressed me. I knew that he's gonna be powerful one day, and I have this gut feeling that he possesses a Mokidan, and it would be rather great for the village to have a direct user of the Mokidan that can reach the likes of Hashirama Senju. How can we even be certain that Naruto knows his relationship to the first? This might risk him knowing about his heritage. However, Hiruzen said as he thought about something himself. I will speak to him first. You have my permission if he accepts that you can train him, but first, I will speak to him. Time skip. Yamato came to find Naruto, as he was told that Hokage wanted to speak with him. So with that, Naruto made his way. Kakashi was also there as well, as Yamato closed the door behind him and motioned for Naruto to sit down. Well, Naruto, Hiruzen said, I'm sure that you know why you're here. As all of them were looking at him, you have recently come in possession of your clan bloodline scroll during your mission to the Land of Wave, and you have spent the last 2 weeks training with it in secret in some unknown location as well. As Naruto was rather surprised by their insight, he went along with it. Yes, he said, I apologize if we have given you any reason to distrust us lately. That you would keep this to yourself, said Kakashi, in an apologetic tone. Well, isn't this just peachy? At least they don't know where the scroll is located though. I'm rather curious though to how much you actually know about your clan. All of them examined his look to see to find any sign of distrust or any flinch, any movement. However, he was curious. He really did not know. I don't really know much. All I really know is that I'm related to Mito, Uzumaki, and Hashirama Senju, and that my bloodline are lava and boil. They look relieved at the information. Yes, I bet you're wondering what happened to your clan. I'm rather curious, yes. Wasn't Konoha allied with Uzu? Hiruzen sighed in his mind. Please forgive me for lying, Naruto, but you must never know the truth. He thought to himself. You see, Naruto, your clan was wiped out by a combined effort from Kiri and Kumo. There were barely any survivors. Konoha forced to arrive too late to save Uzu, Hiruzen said. Is he telling the truth, Kyuubi? Naruto asked. The fox was silent for a few seconds. Kyuubi, is he telling the truth or not? Yes, he is, the fox said. Those 2 villages did wipe out Uzu. However, that was a lie. But the Kyuubi was up to something as well. As it was not time for him to know yet, the fox was planning something as well. The old man was a liar. As Naruto clenched his fists, so Kumo and Kira just wiped out my clan for no reason? Yes, they feared the Uzumaki clan grew in power, since Uzu was no part of the Great Five Nations. They could not stand up to the combined forces of Kira and Kumo. I see, said Naruto. We know that you have been training with your scroll, Naruto, and I actually know where as well. The Forest of Death, Hiruzen said, as Naruto's eyes shot open at that. How did you find out? The old man pointed towards his crystal ball. I saw you entering your forest last night. Well, I'm sorry I didn't say anything to you guys. I thought you might take the scroll away from me. It's of no concern. I'm glad that we managed to clear up all this mess. You are free to practice your clan bloodline, but I would recommend that you keep it a secret. Lava and Boil are going to attract the wrong attention if Danzo finds out. As Naruto nodded, of course, old man. I'll respect your wishes then, he said. I appreciate your honesty in this. And I apologize once again for causing you to distrust us. Before you go, Yamato has something he would like to ask you. As Naruto turned towards the man, Naruto Uzumaki, seeing like how you're a descendant of Lord Hoshirama, I believe that you're capable of learning the Mokidan Jutsus. Would you like to learn them from me? This was the last thing the blonde was expecting to hear. You mean, I can learn how to use wood style? But how? I'll explain that later should you choose to accept. What about my team training though? Kakashi-sensei, you're already a good player, Naruto. I'm merely concerned to get Sasuke to working with Sakura. Alright then, well I accept. Good, said Yamato as he placed his mask back on. Let us journey to the forest of death then. After they left, Sarutobi took off his hat. As he shook his head shamefully. I feel terrible for lying to that boy. It had to be done. The good news is the compound is gone, and Naruto cannot dispute your lie. Also, he'll finally stop being paranoid around me. Well, at least we were able to salvage the situation. Train that Uchiha girl, Kakashi. She's very impressive from what I can see so far. As Kakashi nodded as he left. Time skip, Kakashi arrived as he saw Sakura and Sasuke individually training. The Uchihas practiced their fire jutsus while Sakura worked on individual taijutsu styles. Kakashi-sensei, where have you been? I was just speaking with the Hokage. For the remainder of the 2 weeks, Naruto will be training by himself. That means you two will be training together. I want you two to get over the hatred of each other. What? Sakura said in disbelief. That was all Sasuke said. I don't care if you two like Naruto and hate each other. You're going to get along. For the sake of getting ahead, understood? Both girls glared at each other before they nodded. Back in the forest of death. Alright Naruto, to properly create Mokiton, first of all you must have a strong affinity for water and earth. I know that you're already good at water, so we will practice with earth today. Naruto immediately went through hand sign, earth style, Rampar. A large wall of earth rose Naruto in the sky. Yamato looked up in surprise. You're already efficient in earth chakra, he said. Yes, I need to combine earth and fire chakra to make lava. So I'm guessing wood is created by combining earth and water chakra. Yes, you are remarkably intelligent, Naruto. That is indeed the case. However, there is more to it than that. You see, the first powers are not exactly hereditary. So, how can I learn it then? Not to mention, how can you do it? I was a survivor of Orochimaru experimentation. He transplanted the first Hokage DNA into 6 children, and I was the only survivor. I am not related to the clan, so my powers are a tiny fragment of his. I simply lack the chakra levels that clan possess. However, since you are the heir to the both Senju and Uzumaki clans, I'm certain that you can learn it. Why doesn't anyone else in the Senju clan use Mokidan though, said Naruto? Because it was created by the first, not inherited. He was strong in earth and water affinity, and he managed to create a hybrid unique only to him. Nobody in his family was able to create it. However, being around you, I have this gut feeling that you will be able to do the unimaginable. Well, said Naruto as he looked towards his hands, as he wondered, can he really do this? You already know how to combine elemental chakra, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to understand. You see, by combining earth and water, you're creating life. As Yamato went through hand sign, wood style, dense woodline wall, a large wall of branches started to shoot up in front of the man. Naruto watched as they formed into a pattern. This is an advanced jutsu, but it's just an example for you. With Mokidan you have a strong defense, as well as an offense. This technique is the first one. You're supposed to master, pay close attention. There is just 2 hand signs in this one. Deep forest creation. Naruto watched in awe as trees sprouted from the ground and grew really high. You can make trees grow. This entire time Naruto thought that he can only use wood, just as a way of attacking and defending, not make trees. Yes, and there's a lot more, said Yamato. I want you to try it, he said. As Naruto focused as he went through the hand signs, deep forest creation. However, nothing happened, as he frowned. Deep forest creation. But nothing happened once again. As he expended a large amount of chakra, deep forest creation. But once again, nothing happened. Naruto, I think you should deep forest creation. As Yamato was shocked, so was Naruto as a tree birthed from the ground and started to rise. However, it stopped right at Naruto's waist. It was only one, and it was small, but still, he did it. It's good, he said. I knew it. You're capable of using Mokidan. As Naruto thought before he brought his hand up, Yamato watched as an army of clones appear. As Naruto scratched his nose. This is my secret training technique. Training with mass amount of clones. The fact that you haven't died from doing this proof your lineage is great. So Naruto was wondering, would you mind showing me that lava jutsu of yours? I have been rather anxious to see it ever since Kakashi mentioned about the scroll. How did you guys even find out about that? I mean, hasn't Kakashi Sensei gone for 2 weeks on an envoy trip? Yes, we were on a mission to locate Zabuza, but we only found his journal. His journal mentioned a stolen scroll, and Kakashi pieced together. I see, said Naruto. The fox laughed in his head. So now they went on a trip to find Zabuza. Huh. As Naruto went through hand sign, lava release, he said. Melting apparition technique. As he spat lava from his mouth, as it blanketed the wall of branches, the liquid magma melted right through the Mokiton. That is rather devastating, and for one so young to know such a jutsu. Yeah, it's pretty badass, huh? As Yamato looked concerned though. Naruto, you need to know something. You should not use lava, boil, or wood, unless absolutely necessary. Danzo would have a heart attack if they see you using lava in the Chunin exams. Huh? I can't use them, said Naruto. You would end up killing someone with that, he said, pointing towards lava. And if you use wood style, Danzo would send his root agents after you. Who the hell is Danzo, said Naruto. Danzo is the leader of Root, and one of the village elders as well. He is unaware of your heritage, so it's best if you keep it a secret unless absolutely necessary. As Naruto gazed narrowed at that, alright, he said. I won't use my bloodline then. Alright, said Yamato. If you were able to get lava and boil down in 2 weeks, I'm sure that you can get Mokiton as well, with the clone technique that you're using. Time skip, 2 weeks fly by rather quickly, as the two girls were forced to train together and see each other almost every day, as Kakashi trained them in different things. Sasuke was getting the hang of lightning now that she understood the basics of it, as she would train with it alone when Kakashi focused on soccer. Soccer had a rather low chakra reserve, so Kakashi couldn't teach her much ninjutsu wise. However, in 2 short weeks though, Sasuke skyrocketed, as she was able to get the Chidori down, and she was also able to develop ability as well. It was similar to the Hokage lightning armor, but it was on a much smaller scale. With some of her abilities, he knew that she was just as powerful as Naruto in some regards. As today Kakashi decided to get Team 7 signed up for Chunin exams, as he knew that they were ready. However, the two girls still didn't get along, however. At least they were not arguing at one another. At least that was good. Time skip. Kakashi made his way towards the Forest of Death. As he found the two, Yamato sat in the tree looking down as Kakashi appeared on the branch. He glanced down as well. Senpai, you arrived just in time for the finale, said Yamato. How much progress has he made? Kakashi asked. Well, for one thing, he has unbelievable stamina. Kakashi watched as Naruto went through 2 hand signs. Deep forest creation, he said. Kakashi's eyes widened as the entire clearing sprouted up. Branches that shoot from the earth and rose up into gigantic trees. This is unreal. He was able to learn all of that in such a short amount of time. That's not even the best part. Keep watching, senpai. Wood style. Dense. Woodland wall. As the trees wrapped up and bind before they turn into a massive protective barrier in front of him. Lava release, melting apparition technique, said Naruto, as he blanketed that with a stream amount of magma from his mouth. And several trees as well, as he wiped his lip. Kakashi's eye was widened. He mass trained with Shai clones. It's just unbelievable, said Yamato. How many clones are we talking about? Well, we can't do something like that. And I doubt you would be able to believe me if I told you. I'm shocked that he has not died from it yet. I hope you warn him not to go hard on his fellow Konoha ninja in the Chunin exams. With his bloodline, he might end up killing his own comrades if he go too hard. He might not realize how much more stronger he is than everyone else. Yeah, he's far above them. But don't worry, senpai. I only told him to use them in a life-threatening situation. And I doubt most of the kids in Chunin exams will be able to handle Naruto. Despite not using his bloodline, he's still much faster and stronger as well, said Yamato. As Naruto glanced up, Ah, Sensei, he said. Good to see you. So, are we finally signing up for the exam? Kakashi's eyes smiled as he jumped down. Time skip. Upon arriving at the academy, both Sasuke and Sakura looked annoyed. I've been waiting for 2 hours, Sakura said. Yeah, sorry about that, you see. Me and Naruto saw a black cat on our path here, so we had to go all around the entire way, so we wouldn't jinx the exam. Whatever, Sasuke said. Just tell us where to sign up. Alright, you three, go into the academy and fill out the necessary paperwork. Once it's done, report back here at 7 AM tomorrow. The first exam begins at 7:30. The three of them enter. Upon entering, they spotted a row of tables and a bunch of people standing in line. As they went into the lines, as Naruto almost wanted to laugh at the papers. I pledge that I am responsible for anything that might happen in the Chunin exams, and I do not hold Konoha responsible. They were signing waivers. After all, this thing could kill you. After that, they made Kakashi back outside, who told him not to be late for their exam, and they proceed to head it off. As Naruto had split away from the group, he had told Sakura that he had to go and see the Hokage for some important talk. However, he just didn't want to be around her right now. He wanted to spend some time alone. As Naruto heard some ruckus as he turned the corner. Let go of me, you big bully. I'm the Hokage grandson, and once you find out about this, you're gonna pay. Yeah, right, said Conqueror as he pulled his arm back. However, he felt something grab his wrist. Is there a problem here, said Naruto. Conqueror turned his head. There's gonna be a problem if you don't let go of my arm. Why don't you make my day, said Naruto with a laugh. Conqueror dropped Konohamaru as he swung his hand around to hit Naruto. However, Naruto caught it as he flipped him over his shoulder. Conqueror got back up as he rushed towards Naruto, only for Naruto to jump and kick him right in the face, throwing him back down towards the ground. Conqueror reached up as he touched his nose that was bleeding. You son of a bitch, he said, as Naruto noticed his headband. So you're from the Sun? No shit, asshole. Well, I suggest you stop bullying little kids, unless you want to go missing, said Naruto. Conqueror was shocked that someone had actually threatened him. I'm gonna kick your ass, you Konoha piece of shit, as he reached for his puppet. Conqueror, stop. Conqueror froze up instantly as he heard that voice. As Naruto glanced up towards the tree. You're lucky, pal, said Conqueror. Yeah, whatever. Hey, you. The one with the blonde hair. As Naruto turned, as the guy's son shined down from the tree. What's your name, said Gaara. There was also a blonde girl coming towards them. Naruto Uzumaki. Don't worry, you will know it very well when you see me win the exam finals. Temari laughed. None of you Konoha ninjas stand a chance against Gaara. You're gravely outmatched, he said. You don't even know who I am, and yet you believe you can defeat me, said Naruto. Well, if you like, we can find out right here and now, he said. Uzumaki, you will have your chance soon enough, said Gaara, as he turned his back. Let us go, he said. As Naruto was about to walk away until the child jumped in front of him. Thanks a lot. You really saved me back there, boss. Who are you, kid? I'm Konohamaru, grandson of the third. Well, be careful from now on and try not to anger enemy ninjas, said Naruto. You were so cool back there telling those three jerks off. Hey, why don't you let me become your apprentice? Yeah, how about that, said Naruto. So is that a yes? Naruto simply hopped away on the rooftop. Whoa, he's so cool, said Konohamaru. The last thing you need is another idiot following your own, said the Kyuubi to Naruto in his mind. I think Asuma Sensei told me about him once or twice, but for the time being I don't think I want to entertain anybody. Well, tomorrow's a big day. You shouldn't waste your time with idiots. As Naruto made his way to his home. But guys, if you ain't subscribed right here, if you want to see next parts and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share this with your friends and social media platform. And also guys, remember to stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way. I really hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them over on Anime King 3 and Anime King. If you're new, yes, I did have 3 channels, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what if on every single day. Yes, you heard that correctly guys, every single day for you guys to enjoy. So stick around for those and yeah, enjoy. Links will be down in the description for the other channels, so go ahead and check them out guys. And not to mention, remember to turn on that bell notification to see exactly when I post. So without further ado, what do you say we just leap on into this new episode? What am I saying? Let's get the hell out of here. See you guys soon. Peace.